Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, and Hopcroft. Sue Hopcroft. The story about Camp X and the lives lost and Ian Fleming was very successful because Sue did a few things really well. First was not going right to what the story was, but giving some history, building the characters. And not too many characters, and characters that I even know, so I was pretty happy. I didn't know the Bill Stevenson one, but now I do. The James Bond, well, I've seen a lot of James Bond movies. Winston Churchill, he does a lot of quotes, that's how I know him. And then it was just going into what's really successful about any story is conflict. Well, I think this had a little bit of conflict, being a war and being a spy school and where it was going to go. And the setup is what makes the story successful. Some suggestions to help in building better stories would be, I'd like to see some dialogue between the characters. We had Ian Fleming and we had Bill Stevenson in a farmhouse. And although Sue did say Bill Stevenson, don't worry about it, it would be nice if we could have a little bit of, this is Bill, I don't know, I can't do an accent, so I'm not going to try, but the two characters are talking to each other, they're in the farmhouse, if that was possible, just to build a little bit of what's going on within the story. I also would have liked perhaps seeing the stage used in three areas. First, this is 1942 when everything is being kind of put together. This is the actual spy house, the farm and the spy school. And then over here end with what's actually happening now in Remembrance Day. So you've actually gone through the steps and progressed through the story. Also, one thing I would do is use some of those story things that we're used to. Instead of, well, you'd have to imagine, just imagine. Or the year was 1942. Just those subtleties actually help when listening to a story. What I thought was successful, and what Sue does very successful, is her conversational style. It's not someone reading or robotic in terms of do this, this. Sue's got this natural flow of her words and the way that she's interacting that had me listening, and I had to because I was evaluating, but even if I wasn't, I wouldn't have listened. And that is something that speakers can take a long time to develop, and Sue already has that. Congratulations, Sue.